Hey everyone, welcome into Dom Time. Thanks for joining us tonight. Our weekly roundup of all the issues, all the things that are out there, some of them fun, some of them lifestyle. Ken Dunnick is in studio with us tonight from Jersey Man Magazine to talk about these. And Ken, one of the feature stories you have upcoming is something that people don't understand. They think a few gamblers will do this. Sports gambling of a sort in AC. This might be the last gasp for Atlantic City because I don't see a huge upside for most of these places.
Yeah, I mean, a U.S. district judge shot it down, and there's talk that this may go all the way to the Supreme Court.
What's her objection?
I did not read the report, but I can tell you that Governor Christie is very strong for casino gambling, and to be honest with you, if anyone has ever been to Las Vegas, one of the biggest draws to Vegas around sporting events are going to a sports book around Super Bowl, the NCAA tournament, and it creates a swell of activity. There are estimates that just sports betting alone would generate $200 to $500 million handle in Atlantic City. Las Vegas does $3.4 million as a handle.
$4 billion.
$34 billion in a handle.
Wow.
If I'm reading that correctly. Right. So I think that that is a way for Atlantic City to get back on the map and generate the kind of numbers they need to survive. Because when the Revel Casino goes bankrupt in a matter of months, there's something wrong with the plan.
Yeah, and I saw those guys, with all due respect, I don't know their industry, but I saw it from afar. Smarter than the room, we're not going to have smoking. As soon as I hear that, like it or not, I mean, if you want to have gambling, there's a downside to gambling. Yeah. It draws degenerate gamblers, some of these people. That's part of it. That's where the casinos make their money, right?
Yeah, hey, listen, as a society, do I think we're better off without casino gambling? Of course. I mean, it's a vicious cycle. You take people's money, they go on public assistance, you got to give them the money back.
Right.
So we'd be better off without it, but it's here to stay, and we have to work with the parameters. And I think that if Atlantic City is going to survive, that it's got to do something different, whether it's a perceived value to their meals or a discount on their rooms, similar to the model that Las Vegas has. But casino, the sports betting, I think, would be something they could hang their hat on.
Yeah, and I think the thing is, right, the competition from the casinos all around Philadelphia. There's two, and I guess another one coming. Yeah. And they have limited smoking or sort of smoking there. Right. And they're a car ride away. They're 10, 15 minutes away versus taking all the way down to the shore. Well, and it's not so magnificent most of the year to go into Atlantic City. Yeah,
I mean, if you want to go to Atlantic City, that's a destination, okay? You can pass by the parks in Bucks County and stop in for an hour and play some blackjack. You can go to the Sugar House for an hour on your lunch break. But you have to be committed to go to Atlantic City as a resort. So there's a lot of competition out there, and this would set it apart.
Now, Friday of this week, I'm doing my annual shore kickoff. We have the great shore debate. Which is your favorite shore town? Mine is Cape May, although we might go to Wildwood this year. And one of the things we're interested in is the Sandy recovery. I see it as kind of uneven. Some towns like Cape May don't seem to have much damage at all.
Right.
Others, they're kind of slow. Now you're one of the experts with your magazine. The South Jersey Shore, for viewers right here in our area, are they pretty much okay? Are they back to full business?
Well, the farther north you go, the bigger the devastation it was. Communities like Sea Isle are coming back. Communities like Cape May were barely touched.
Right.
So I do think, I read somewhere that Sea Isle spent $30,000 on a billboard outside the Lincoln Tunnel, just telling people that, we're back, come back for Memorial Day. And an estimated $270 million thus far has been spent on the recovery on their eastern seaboard. So, but by all the accounts that I read, that most communities are going to be back and ready for most of their activities for Memorial Day.
Yeah, that's my read too. Around here, I don't see any pocket here and there. It should be pretty much, I don't know what the central part would be. Seaside Heights and places like that still look to be slow to recover.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yes, that's what I hear. And the amusement park that actually went into the ocean, I think that's going to be cleared this year and plans to be rebuilt next year. So it's not going to be 100% normal, but it'll be back good enough for a good summer shore season.
All right, a quick lightning round. Shore town for Ken Dunnick and the Dunnicks?
Used to be Long Beach Island, and now we're kind of migrating towards Sea Isle City. A lot to do.
And what was the change for you? I'll tell you, with us, Cape May, the price got to be price point, the 1 point, and we found a great deal at North Wildwood, so we're going to give it a shot again. Yeah. And we were always Wildwood Crest.
Yeah, I think Seattle, we just kind of enjoy the environment, good restaurants. You know, you can get a beer every once in a while, and just seem to enjoy that environment a little bit more these days.
Yeah, well, this is one of the real fun times of the year, and I'll give you the synopsis, the Great Shore Debate. Wildwood, yes, but you need to take the tram car to get to the ocean. Right. Ocean City if you're family, AC if you like gambling and that sort of thing. Yeah. So around here, every one of the shore towns has a distinct area. Brigantine, is that okay? That's where it was pretty devastated, I thought.
Yeah, I've never spent a whole lot of time in Brigantine, but again, you know, the farther up you go, the worse off people are. So it may take that area a little bit longer to recover.
Anything else upcoming magazine?
Oh, we've got a lot of great stories in the magazine. We've got a story on the NHL draft coming up, and the Flyers really need a good one. We're doing a story on recovery from Sandy, and the magazine is growing, and we're really proud of announcing that Bill Lyon, one of the great sports columnists in our town, has now joined Jersey Man as a regular contributor.
And he'll profile behind the scenes, great sports, that kind of, probably U.S. Open, something like that.
Absolutely. You know, we have a little bit of everything: sports, business, politics, leisure, health. If it's a subject that a man is interested in, I think you can find it in Jersey Man magazine.
Okay, thanks, Ken, as always. Thanks
Great
for
to be
your
here.
expertise across the board and many, many hats that he wears. Coming up, Dom Time this week, a very special Dom Time. My chance to give you my 2 cents on something. And I want to talk about, of all things, independent bookstores. One's going to open on the main line. We need more downtowns and fewer chains. Straight ahead with Dom Giordano on Dom Time. This is the opportunity, folks, to talk about things that are on my mind, maybe things that happen on my radio show. And today, I was inundated with callers talking about the fact that I brought up that an independent bookstore is coming to mainline Philadelphia on Lancaster Avenue. There's only 500 independent bookstores across the country, meaning it's Amazon.com, nothing wrong with that, and a bunch of chains. But what do we lose when you don't have a downtown? 2 of my favorite spots to go to in the Delaware Valley have thriving downtowns with a lot of these mom and pops, different types of stores, and not so much chains. Collingswood, New Jersey has made it with a tremendous restaurant row on Haddon Avenue. Ambler, Pennsylvania, a movie theater there has become the anchor, and then a lot of other things gravitate around it. And what it is something I often tell DJ and Luke, my sons, that's what America is about. It's about a distinct flavor, and we lose all that when it's one chain after another. Nothing wrong with the chains. They satisfy convenience, price, but there's got to be something more out there. There's got to be places like this. So I wish this bookseller well. I wish all of them well, and all the mom and pops out there across Domtown, across the universe, across the area that we reach. I hope that you think about it a little bit and try to patronize them if you can. It's good for you. It's good for the downtown. It's good for our area. I'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on Domtown.